Hey guys, what's going on? Brandon here. Today, let's talk about Happy Gilmore 2. Happy Gilmore 2 is a film starring Adam Sandler. It is a sequel to a legendary Adam Sandler comedy from the 90s, a movie I really love, Happy Gilmore, obviously. And this movie, I think this is going to be a hot take. I think this is actually going to be a hot take. I had fun. Now, here's the thing. I think if you see this movie in a certain context and you don't go in with too high of expectations, I think it can be fun. If I was watching this on my own, do I think I would have had a ton of fun? Probably not. And I can acknowledge this is not a great film. That's another thing I do want to say. This is not a great film. But it made me laugh more than I thought it was going to, actually. But I saw this with a group of people, a group of friends, and we were all having fun. And I think that was... We weren't taking this film too seriously. And I think that's part of the reason why we had so much fun watching this film. We were treating it what it is, a dumb comedy. And we were all making jokes as well, along with the film. So, this is not a very good film. They do something at the very beginning of this film, and I'm not going to spoil it because it was a shock to me when I saw it. I hated it, but it made me laugh. And I still kind of hate it. That specific decision, I don't like it. I just don't like it at all. But, and if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. But, and it causes other things throughout the film that, I'm trying not to spoil anything here. That cause issues for Happy throughout the film. And I get it. It's like a whole setup of, why this movie happened, of why this movie is happening, but I still didn't like it. I didn't like that decision by Happy, I didn't like the decision by the writers to do that to Happy. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But it was the more I sat on it, the more I hated it, by the way. I didn't like it to begin with, but it made me laugh, so I was I forgave it a little bit. The more I think about it, the more I hate it. Now, is this a film that's endlessly rewatchable, in my opinion, the first one is? No. If I'm ever in the mood to watch Happy Gilmore, there's a very low chance I'm putting this one on. And it's probably going to be, basically never. But I didn't hate it as much as it seems like everyone else did. I saw this before I saw any reviews, so, you can't really say that, or before I saw any of the feedback or whatever. So you can't really say it colored my expectations. I had really low expectations going into this. I thought I was going to hate it, honestly. Because I haven't liked almost any of Adam Sandler's comedies in the last, 10, 15 years. I think the last one I genuinely can say that I, absolutely loved was probably The Longest Yard, and that because I do love The Longest Yard. I do love that movie. And maybe it's because I saw that at a pretty young age. But it's been a rough stretch for Adam in terms of his comedies. I think drama wise, Adam Sandler is incredible, and I want to see him do more dramas. I want to see him do more dramatic roles. I don't need to see this, slapstick comedy kind of thing that he, does a lot. I want to see him do more movies like Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems is an incredible film that has some humor, but it's an incredible film. And I want to see him do more things like that, and less things even like this. Even though I did enjoy this film, I don't want to see him do this all the time. And it's all he does, almost ever. I just, every 4 years, every 4 or 5 years, he puts out one drama. And I'm this dude's a great actor. Keep on doing that. And guess what he doesn't do? He doesn't keep on doing that. It's just disappointing to a level, right? So, do I have issues with this film? Sure. But did I laugh? Yeah. And that's what the comedy is supposed to do at the end of the day. It's supposed to make you laugh. Is this the funniest movie I've ever seen? No, not even close. No, not even close. It's not even close to the greatest comedy that I've ever seen. There are so many other comedies. There's so many other Adam Sandler comedies I would rather watch over this one. 50 First Dates is one I would rather watch over this one. The original, obviously, Happy Gilmore. The Wedding Singer. The Water Boy, even Billy Madison, which is a movie that if you watch today, you probably won't really like Billy Madison, or if you watch it today and you aren't like 12, you probably wouldn't really like Billy Madison. But I saw that movie when I was younger as a kid, man. That movie cracks me up still. Even though it's not the best film ever, but it's fun and it's funny. And I have a lot of fun with Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore is a better film than Billy Madison, objectively speaking, but, and I love both films. Now, I did kind of get sick and tired at times of seeing all of the little, like, cameos from, celebrities. We got so many cameos. And, just spoiler alert, if you don't want to know who cameos in it, I'm just going to name off some of the cameos. Just some of them, not even all of them. Not even, like, a decent percent. Like, Eminem, Post Malone, I can't think of a bunch of golfers, just a bunch of golfers, and a bunch of sports commentators. I don't know a lot of the golfers' names. I know, like, I see them and I hear their names. I'm like, oh, that's a golfer, but I don't know them. Like, I can't. I know, like, Rory McIlroy is in here, and like a bunch of Becky Lynch. There's some NBA players in here. I can't think of his name right now, but Adam Sandler's a big NBA fan, so it makes sense they would have an NBA fan. A big NBA player, or two in here. Or not really a huge one, but there's one in here. And a lot of these like the NBA player was playing the son of one of the characters from the original movie. And so is Eminem is playing like the son of one of the characters from the first movie. There's so many like little cameos in here. A couple of them were fun. For the most part, when they showed up, I was like, oh, here we go again. We have to get this person that's not an actor to come in here and, ruin something. There was some other cameos, but, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is more than a cameo, to be fair, with Bad Bunny. Travis Kelce. That's the one I was trying to think of earlier that I just couldn't think of for some reason. Taylor Swift's boyfriend is in here. Or fiance or whatever. I don't know if they're fucking engaged or whatever. I had fun with this movie though. I laughed, and there was a couple times I laughed out loud. Like really, like there was a couple of things here that were maybe if I wasn't watching it in the context I was watching it with a bunch of people, it wouldn't have been a gut buster, but there was a couple that kind of were, so there you go. That's really all I have to say. I don't have a ton to say about this movie. I'm giving this movie, it's still going to be I'm giving it like a 6. Like, it's not like a super, like, it's not like it's an overly positive review, but like, on like Rotten Tomatoes, for an example, like if you give a movie a 6 out of 10, then it puts it under the positive in the percentage for the tomato meter. The tomato meter is just an average of the critics who liked it. Or who like gave it a overall positive review, which is a 6 or better, if it's out of 10. Obviously, it depends on what the rating system is here. So overall, I would say slightly positive, but probably not really gonna watch this movie maybe ever again. Maybe I'll watch it once or twice again, but this is not gonna be something I'm coming back to all the time, and that's why it's getting a 6, because it's something that I enjoyed while I was watching it. But honestly, kind of forgettable in a way. Like, it's like, if I watched it now, it'd be like I was watching like half the movie over again, because I probably just wouldn't remember half of it. So that's kind of an issue as well. So there's some issues here. This is not a great film. I'm not saying that this is a great film, but this movie was fun for me, and I think for a lot of other people it wasn't fun, and that's fine. You don't have to have fun with this. If you hated it, I completely understand why you hated it, you know? I've seen 1 or 2 reviews from people who hated it. But I just didn't have that experience. I had a different experience, and that's fine. But if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter. Link in the description below if I remember to put it there. Probably just going to stop saying that because I'm never remember to put it there. But whatever. Peace out.